The reason why CO2 alarms are installed in restaurants is due to carbonated soft drinks and the risk of CO2 leakage. The accurate and easy-to-use LogiCO2 Safety System helps you be aware and protects you and your guests from dangerous levels of CO2. The system has 4 different alarm levels: CO2 Awareness Indication, Time-Weighted Average Alarm, Low Alarm, and High Alarm. These different alarms are constructed to help and inform you about the levels of CO2 in your surroundings and the proper action to take. Alarm Level 1. CO2 Awareness Indication. The CO2 Awareness Indication is triggered at a CO2 level of 0.5% or 5,000 parts per million in the air. This is indicated by the LogiCO2 CO2 sensor that is beeping every 5 seconds. The situation is not dangerous, but the ambient CO2 level is elevated. Open the doors to ventilate, then find the reason for the elevated CO2 level. Most likely the raised CO2 level is due to an empty syrup bag, and the CO2-powered flow pumps are pumping CO2 directly into the room. Alarm Level 2, Time-Weighted Average Alarm. If the reason for the elevated CO2 is not found, the alarm turns into a time-weighted average alarm after 8 hours, and the red diode on the central unit starts blinking, and the horn strobe starts flashing. This is to indicate that the leak has lasted for a long time, and this extended exposure is not recommended by the authorities. Check the display on the central unit to see which alarm is triggered and ventilate the room. Alarm Level 3, Pre-Alarm, Low Alarm. You have a pre-alarm, also called low alarm, triggered at CO2 levels over 1.5%. The central unit is beeping and the red diode is blinking. The horn strobe is flashing. There is an abnormally high concentration of CO2, probably caused by a CO2 leak. Call your local service technician and have him find and stop the leakage under supervision of another person. Alarm Level 4, High Alarm. If the central unit constantly sounds and blinks, and the horn strobe sounds and flashes, you have a high alarm. This means that the CO2 concentration is over 3%. This CO2 level is dangerous for humans. Both employees and guests must leave the restaurant immediately. Evacuate the customers and staff to the outside of the building, then call emergency services, often the fire department. Emergency service must come and extract the CO2 before a service technician is called to fix the CO2 leak. After this, when deemed safe, a fire marshal will give permission to reopen the restaurant. Together, we ensure a safe CO2 environment to work in. Thank you for your time and stay safe with LogiCO2.